What a week it has been. Tonight we're going to be doing all sorts of different things, and we're going to be looking particularly at the theme of creativity. But before we get any further, there's just a couple of questions that I want to ask you. First of which, hands up, who's sick of Joe Wicks? It was amazing, wasn't it? Bring on Monday. Oh, we're all doing PE. Getting up, getting our hair washed, getting our makeup on, jigging about in front of the TV. Yeah, by Thursday, people were asking for notes from their mum. In fact, I will do some. If you want me to write some, I've got a note from my priest. Please can I be excused from PE this week, Mr. Wicks? But that is how the week started. I wonder, has your fridge started screaming, oh no, it's not you again? Did you rush out and buy your last Big Mac this week, only to pull the pickles out, and instead of throwing away, like you usually do, suddenly think they might come in handy with toilet paper? Well, welcome to the Sunday night Sesh show. I'm here in my garage on my own. We've got Tim, who's in his house, next door to mine in his office. Tim,
hello.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Super. So Tim, hopefully he's going to be doing the tech side for us tonight. An absolute genius. I don't actually know how he's managed it, but we're keeping our social distance from each other and making sure that we're both safe. So, like tonight, like I was already saying, we're thinking about creativity. You can see we've got some creative things. This is my latest skateboard project that I did about 6 months ago, and then it's just sat there doing nothing. We've got some craft activities down here and things like that. So we want to hear from you tonight. Get on the live stream, get on the comments. Bear with me because I'll be trying to read your comments as we go tonight. But let us know what creativity you've been up to this week. Often when we're bored and stuck indoors, it's good to get creative. So send us in your comments and we'll try and post them up and talk about them as we go. So we want to see your best and your worst creations. Now there has been a lot of creativity out there online this week. A lot of celebrities have been pulling together and putting us out of our misery and trying to entertain us all. All except obviously one person. James Blunt tweeted this week. During lockdown, while many other artists are doing mini concerts from their homes, I thought I'd do you all a favour and not. If you've not followed James Blunt on Twitter, it is well worth following. Very easily get rid of any sort of boredom. A very funny man on Twitter. But it's not just all musicians. Our very own Archbishop of Canterbury has been at it as well. Let's have a look, see if we've got the video there, Tim.
Let's begin.
Represent. Ha. Here we go. Lay it down. Ha. That is the one.
Drop it. Fresh. Bass.
Raw.
Bass. Burning fiery furnace. Bass. Fresh. Bass. Deeper. Bass. Powerful but foolish. Bass. Bass. Fresh. Bass. Top. Bass. All that. Party. Bass. Do it. Fresh. Bass. The pressure. Bass. What a bass. Word. The party. Word. Thou. Go with the flow in the mix. The top of his tree. Party. Word. Rocks. Well, the pressure was just overwhelming. The most extraordinary. Stand up fresh. Bass. Raw. Bass. Burning fiery furnace. Stand up fresh. Bass. Good. Bass. What a bass. Shadrach. Bass. Meshach. Bass. And Abednego. Bass.
What's going to happen?
Fresh. Bass. Raw. Bass. Mix. Bass. Bass. Prophecy. Whatever.
Right.
Well,
He takes it off.
check. Thou, thee, thou, thee, thou, thee, thou. Drop that bass.
Magic make it all better stuff.
It's an innovation. Keep going.
Word listening to a Pentecostal radio station.
Do it.
For the nations to find harmony in the club.
Fresh. Bass.
Raw.
Bass.
Primeval chaos.
Bass. Immense. Pressure. All that. Bass. Earth shaking. Life changing. Fire blazing.
High fiving.
World transforming.
Right.
Fresh. Bass. Amen.
So thank you very much to Rich Wild for putting that together. Maybe a new career after all this is over, Your Grace. I'll probably need a new career after playing that video, to be honest. But let's have a quick look at some of the creations that we've had people sending in. So the first one is this picture from Joanne. It's a birthday cake she made for a 3-year-old son, Noah. I think that's pretty exceptional. I would imagine he was very pleased with that, Joanne. And a shout out to everybody having isolation birthdays at the moment. Absolute bummer. I've had to cancel my birthday party this year. Well, move it on to later in the year. But I don't know if you know, there are new rules around birthdays this year, that if you are having a birthday party in isolation, actually it doesn't count. So you stay that same age for another year. So I'm not going to be 40 for another year, which is great. And so, Mike, Tim, you might want to mute that mic. Amy has sent in this one. These are a bowl of button jewelries. She says her grandma gave me thousands of buttons and suggested I make something with them to keep myself busy. So I set up a jewellery business selling button jewellery with friends and family, and eventually sold off in a local gift shop. It helped pay the bills and got me through a very difficult time. So not just creativity, but also very practical. I actually see a price there. They're not bad. Very good. Well done, Amy. So do continue to get in touch and let us know how you're getting creative at the moment. And just to draw this section to a close, I found this guy being phenomenally creative. Yeah, I won't say any more, I won't spoil it, but just enjoy the video of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Now when a virus comes along that's spreading like a plague, and POTUS and his lackeys have been nothing if not vague, well then you've got to trust the CDC and listen well, unless you want to bid our free society farewell. There is a super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus, and if we don't act quick and social distance, it will mire us in a stretch of quarantine that lasts until July. A super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus, and if you got a better cough in your arm, and if you got a better cough in your arm. Now back in 1918, influenza had its run, but half their docs were busy overseas with World War I. Today we have mass media and scientists to say, if you don't want this virus, well then stay 6 feet away. Super damn important that we practice isolation, cause we're asymptomatic while it's in incubation. We'll overwhelm our hospitals if there's not mitigation. It's super damn important that we practice isolation. If we don't do it, then we're all gonna die. If we don't do it, then we're all gonna die. And so I hope at last you take the lesson here to heart, cause it's already scary and we're only at the start. If you get bored, just think of the immunocompromised, who can't go much of anywhere unless it's sterilized. Oh, super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus. If we don't act quick and social distance, it will mire us in a stretch of quarantine that lasts until July. A super bad, transmittable, a super bad, transmittable, a super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus. Super bad, transmittable, contagious, awful virus.
Are we on? All right, sorry. Sorry for the delay there. There's just a few technical issues we're still trying to work through. To be honest, there aren't any technical issues. It's flipping amazing what Tim is managing to do, sat in his own house while I'm sat here. So I'm not apologising for it at all. You're not paying for this, it's all free, which is obvious by the quality of the presenter. Not Tim. I'll shut up talking now, I'm just waffling. Anyway, right, no, so this week, we've all been getting used to working and connecting together through social media, apps like Zoom and House Party, having meetings from our home, inviting our bosses into our home, having kids come and sit on our heads, cats come and sit on our heads while we're having our meetings. And there's been some real high and lows throughout it all. Like the one girl who went for a week, forgetting she was still on a video call, showing all her 20 colleagues how she goes to the toilet. I did have the video, but it's before the watershed, so I thought we won't show that. But I do have a couple of other videos here. You might have seen this one this week. This one did the rounds, which is pretty exceptional. This is our Italian priest brother who was all over the technology, live streaming his mass, his communion service, but unfortunately didn't realise that he'd hit the filters button as he started. So let's have a quick look at that one.
Buonasera, ci ritroviamo insieme per pregare, io in chiesa e voi a casa. Oggi è venerdì di Quaresima e vogliamo pregare con la Via Crucis.
And so there's just keeps getting better. We've got another one here, another priest. Let's have a quick look at this one. It just keeps getting better. I have been absolutely paranoid all week after watching those videos that I've been doing exactly the same thing. And to be honest, I am now totally in the hands of Tim. I can't see myself on this camera doing what I'm doing. So he could be doing absolutely anything at the moment. It is pretty much a green screen behind me, but maybe that's what we're going to find out in the weeks to come. So we're going to move a little bit closer to home now and just have a think about what life has been like here on Kingswood. If you're not from Kingswood, you're missing out. This is the place to be. One of the things I've learned from living here in Kingswood over the past 5 years is that we are an awesome community at looking after and looking out for each other. And so I've asked one of our community leaders to send us in just a really short message just to let us know how he's doing, and just to give us a bit of hope and inspire us as well. So this is a message from our councillor, local councillor Charles Quinn. He sent us this.
Hello everybody, it's Charles Quinn here, one of your local councillors in Kingswood. I hope everybody's staying safe and staying well at this really difficult time. I first of all just want to say thank you to everybody for everything that you're doing at the moment. If you're staying at home to make sure the virus doesn't spread, if you're looking out for neighbours and friends in the community who you know are vulnerable, if you're going out to work in an important service to make sure that the country still keeps going, I just want to say thank you to all of Kingswood for everything that you're doing to help us get through this. If you are in need of support, the council has launched a new helpline, which is 300 307, so that's a dedicated coronavirus helpline. So if you need help getting food or medicine, or if you need support with your mental health or your financial situation, or if you know anybody else who needs that kind of support, please do give the council a call on 300 307. But I just want to say thank you once again to everybody. It's not an easy time, but I hope you do stay safe and stay well. And at some point in the future, I look forward to seeing you all out and about again, out in Kingswood. So yeah, take care everybody.
Thank you for that, Charles. Great to have you be able to talk to us like that. So that number again, if anybody wants it, is 01482 300 307. But Charles isn't the only one in our local community who has been inspiring hope. This week, the children of Kingswood Parks Primary School tweeted this. So Miss Arnold allowed us to see some of the work that the children have been doing actually before all this began, thinking about our NHS and just how incredible and amazing they are. So she put, I worked with a group of children creating art-based on why we love the NHS. So please share these wonderful pieces in such a poignant time. Fantastic to see. And obviously with all the frontline NHS workers who are obviously at the forefront of our mind, but there's also all those key workers who are still on the front line. So Kingswood Parks is still open at the moment for a small group of children of key workers. The teachers are there, all on the front line, doing the best they can for all of us. So well done. So finally, for this section, has anyone seen the big red button this week? What I mean by the big red button is, you know, whenever we see a big red button with the words "do not press" on it, our human nature is to immediately go up and press the big red button. And so this week the government have said, okay, everybody needs to stay inside, but you are allowed one form of exercise per day. And the amount of people that I've seen out this week running, jogging, walking, cycling has just been incredible. It's been amazing to see, and I really hope it's something that continues to happen afterwards. But of course, if the government had said to us, right, everybody needs to take one form of exercise a day, we'd all sit on the settee and watch Netflix and say, there's no way I'm doing that. It's just our human nature, isn't it? But a good thing to see all the less, all the more. And so in and through, out of this, this theme of hope has been running through. And I think, you know, as we think through these difficult, trying times, that idea of hope is something that can really inspire. I posted this picture this week that got a lot of interest on the internet. This is a season. All seasons pass, we will be changed, strengthened and deepened. And we need to remember that this is a season, a pretty long season, a season we didn't expect to come, but we will be changed by it. We don't maybe yet know fully how we will be strengthened and deepened, but we will. So Tim, just going back to the comments, have we got any comments coming in? Have people been messaging at all?
Oh, let me have a little look. Comments.
It's fairly quiet tonight. Lots of people joining us. Everyone
Joe Mizen's been making Mary Berry's fork biscuits, whatever fork biscuits are.
Huh? Who's that?
Zoe Mizen or Mizen.
Oh, Zoe. Yeah. Oh, very good. Making biscuits. Shame we can't pop around to have them. Maybe we could post the recipe. Probably the chat, Zoe.
Yeah, that's all we've got on the comments so far.
People are quiet tonight, are they?
Yeah.
Just enjoying this high-end entertainment, obviously.
I think so, yes.
Cool. Okay, so moving on then. Let's think about bringing this whole thing into land. We've been thinking about creativity this week. We've had some of your ideas already. But I believe that creativity and suffering are actually very closely linked. I mean, think about all the greatest love songs that we know, all the greatest movies and the stories, the novels. The greatest ones are often about loss or heartbreak or difficult times. These times we're going through are tough. We all know they're tough. And as we've been told this week, they will be getting tougher. For some, it will be life-changing. And let's be honest, for some, it has been and will be life-ending. Rod Bell, in his book Drops Like Stars, talks about this concept about life in general. He says, we're all going to suffer, and it's going to shape us somehow. We will become bitter or better, closed or open, more ignorant or more aware, more or less tuned in to the thousands upon thousands of gifts we're surrounded with every single day. So actually, all of what we are doing, saying and living and experiencing at the moment is important. It's all part of the ongoing creative process that is you and that is me. And nothing within that is wasted. God is the grand creator and is with us in all of this. All our hopes, all our fears, all our worries and our frustrations. And I believe that we need to embrace them all. All of it is part of who we are, part of our stories, and part of what makes us us. Jesus said, do not fear. He didn't say, be emotionally dead. He didn't say, ignore everything that's going on around you. He said, do not fear. Because what we go through today is part of a much bigger picture. A picture that is full of great creativity and hope. And it's this idea of hope that I think can make a real difference. Pope Francis, a few years back, he did a TED Talk. It's online. Incredible TED Talk. It's about 20 minutes, half an hour long, but I've just taken a little snippet out of what he said when he talks about hope. He says this: to Christians, the future does have a name, and its name is hope. Feeling hopeful does not mean optimistically naive and ignore the tragedy that humanity is facing. Hope is the virtue of a heart that doesn't lock itself into darkness, that doesn't dwell on the past, does not simply get by in the present, but is able to see a tomorrow. Hope is the door that opens into the future. Hope is a humble, hidden seed of life that with time will develop into a large tree. It's like some invisible yeast that allows the whole dough to grow, that brings flavour to all aspects of life. And it can do so much because a tiny flicker of light that feeds on hope is enough to shatter the shield of darkness. A single individual is enough for hope to exist. And that individual can be you. And then there will be another you, and another you. And it turns into an us. And so, does hope begin when we have us? No. Hope begins with one of you. When there is an us, there brings a revolution. We have our hope. These might feel like dark times, but let us embrace everything that this time brings. But let us always have one eye on hope. So as we begin to finish tonight, I'd like to just finish with night prayer. If you want to, you can join in with the words from the Northumbria community. But if not, then just sit silent. Be mindful of all that you've said and done, everyone you've been with today, anyone that you need to hold in prayer tonight. And I will pray these words. The sacred three, to save, to shield, to surround. The hearth, the home, this night, every night. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my thoughts. See if there is any wicked way within me, and lead me in the way everlasting. O Father, O Son, O Holy Spirit, forgive me my sins. O only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, forgive. O God who is one, O God who is true, O God who is first, O God who is one substance, O God only mighty, in three persons, truly merciful, forgive. O God of life this night, O darken not to me thy light. O God of night this life, this night, close not thy gladness to my sight. Keep your people, Lord, in the arms of your embrace. Shelter them under your wings. Be their light in darkness, be their hope in distress, be their calm in anxiety, be strength in their weakness, be their comfort in pain, be their song in the night. In peace I will lie down, for it is you, O Lord, you alone who makes me rest secure. Be it on your own beloved arm, O God of grace, that I in peace shall awake. The peace of the Spirit be mine this night. The peace of the Son be mine this night. The peace of the Father be mine this night. The peace of all peace be mine this night. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thanks for being with us again tonight. It's good to connect with you all, even if it's just online for now. If you're watching a little later, please do continue to send in your comments. It's always good to read them and to continue to connect. So as we leave you tonight, I just wanted to say stay safe and take care. God bless.